It's so bad, it's almost good. Hey guys, it's the Young Guys Cosplay back with another episode of Stitch and Bitch Sundays with a special edition. We doing it on a Saturday. Originally was not going to do this, but after watching this short film 3 times, I said it 3 times, I need to tell y'all about this Lifetime movie event with KFC's Colonel. It's so bad, it's almost good. And I say this because it is only 16 minutes long, but it delivers everything you could get from an hour and a half long Lifetime movie. But first, if you are new to my channel, welcome. Howdy. How you doing? I'm Yarn Guys Cosplay, and I started this channel 6 years ago, and then I left because I didn't know what I wanted. And you guys stayed waiting for me for 2 years. And then I came back. And I came back with this series idea. And y'all are supporting me, and every day, every time I get a new view, I just think to myself, we gonna make it. But if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, feel free to subscribe to my channel. If you are a current subscriber, thank you guys for hanging around while I forgot about y'all for a while. I say this in almost every video because I really do feel bad. Because I remember looking at my channel thinking to myself, I could do something with this. And I just didn't. For years, I just didn't. So I express that, not really regret, but I guess hyper awareness of the fact that I probably could have done something sooner, and I chose not to because I was busy doing other things. But I really appreciate you guys supporting me now. You guys are killing it. I was like, yo, we at 51 subscribers, and then y'all were 81. And I was like, yo, we gonna make it to 100? And y'all were like, bitch, 116. And I was like, oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh my god, thank you guys so much. I really cannot wait to see where this channel goes, because I really love making these videos, and I really love having a place where I can scream and shout about the terrible things I watch. Because yo, when I say I be running out of shows to watch, and I still gotta crochet 6 to 8 hours a day, I be watching anything. I be watching anything. If you're unfamiliar with Stitch and Bitch Sundays happening on a Saturday, Stitch and Bitch is basically where I crochet and I complain to you guys about the terrible shows I watch. This Saturday is a special edition because Christmas was yesterday, and I'm not going to not rant about American Horror Story on Sunday, so we're going to throw in a random video on a Saturday and make it work. Fortunately, Saturday and Sunday both start with an S, so it still works out. Lifetime decided to collab with KFC and make a movie starring my boy Mario, and it's about basically the Colonel, the KFC Colonel, seducing this woman with his KFC recipe. What kills me about this whole movie is that there's no seduction from this man. There is no seduction at all. Literally, it's just white woman is in distress. She doesn't want to marry the guy that she's currently with. Oh look, the chef. Lao do. And then, I don't know, madness ensues. It's 16 minutes long. You can find it on YouTube. I'll probably leave the link to it down below if you guys want to watch it and then tell me your thoughts on it. I'm going to be crocheting a scarf that I've been working on for myself for a hot minute now. Every so often I throw in projects for myself that won't be for sale or just for me, and they literally take me a year and a half to make. So because the movie is only 16 minutes long, I'm going to get there pretty quickly, and we're going to start off with an intro. So basically, you open up the movie to this giant dinner party, and everyone is sitting down at the table, and you have the daughter, Justine, who is sitting next to her boyfriend, and her boyfriend decides that, he's going to propose. And Sweetie, when he said that he was going to propose, I don't think they ever talked about getting married in the first place, because her face right here, she was like, oh no, oh god, oh no. And what is a white woman in distress without the gay best friend? He's looking at her from across the table, and he's just like, baby girl, he's not feeling it. So the white boy and everything, he doesn't even get a name because he's just your typical asshole. He does some stuff, but nothing of major relevance. But, you know, he tries to propose to her at this giant dinner. Her mom is like, yes, do it, honey. And you're just like, why is she pressuring? Okay, irrelevant. And she looks at him and she's just like, I need time to think about it. And honestly, if anyone proposes to you at the giant wedding and you don't immediately say yes, that definitely means you guys never talked about marriage beforehand. So this was awkward for everyone involved. So she runs off and everything. The next day happens, and basically she comes into her mom's office and she's just like, I know. He just isn't the one. And her mom is pissed. Her mom is like, do you not know how much debt we are in? And I was like, oh, that's why this is a business transaction. This is okay. Now I'm getting it. So basically her mom is pissed because he's like, you know, this guy with a bunch of money, and if she marries him, they get to save their house and everything. And she's just like, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. And her mom's just like, listen, you guys get married and you can spend an entire lifetime trying to feel it, okay? But we're not gonna feel anything in a couple weeks when they come possess the house. Basically, as we're talking, Mario, the personal chef that they apparently can't afford to hire, like, ma'am, if you actively have a GoFundMe for your home, how are you hiring a personal chef? Anyway, those are just my questions. So he comes in, he has a question, and he basically is like, hey, so I want to know about, you know, this stuff. And the mom is like, yeah, you know, this is, you know, the Mario, the personal chef from last night's dinner, where you didn't accept the proposal. But, you know, I'm not bitter about that. And Justine looks at him. Mario looks at her. And she's just like, oh my God. Freshly fried oil. Like, she's just enamored by him. Meanwhile, Mario, mind you, I'm not gonna call him Colonel Sanders. I'm just gonna call him Mario, because my boy really came out here looking like this, and they called him the Colonel. They look like the crew went in the back, they got the Mofang hair wax, ran that bad boy through his hair, and they said good enough. Okay, so no, not my Colonel. He is Mario. And also, they don't even call him the Colonel. He says Harold, I don't know, Harold. And I don't know if the Colonel ever had a first name. I don't pay attention to fried chicken that much, okay? Either tastes good, I don't go to churches, I'm usually at Popeyes. Mario, my boy, what happened to your hair? Is it the lace front? Why is it so stiff? Can the wind like blow through it? Can you feel your scalp? I have so many questions. I spent so much time looking at his hair the first time I watched it, because I dead ass could not tell if it was a lace front or if they like really did go in the back and grab that gray hair wax, ran it through his hair, and said, we on the budget. He leaves and everything, and she's just like, I got to get to know him. And I'm guessing her mom already knows, because she looks at her like, no ma'am. And the daughter does it anyway. So later and everything, not even like a few minutes later, like I'm talking like she went down the stairs immediately, expeditiously. And she was like, hey, has anyone given you a tour of the house and this pussy? So she's showing him around the house, and I don't know what happened, but she just starts telling him like her whole life story. She's like, I don't want to marry this. I don't want to be here. My mom is holding me out because my dad's bad at money. My mom's equally bad at money. Nothing is going right. And oh my God, I am so sorry I made this about me. And I'm like, no, you're not, Jessica. No, you're not. Okay? You're not sorry you made this about you. You made it about you on purpose because you try to make him feel bad. Her fiance, not to be, finds them, and he's just like, boy, what the? And I don't know why, but his sweater bothered me so much. Like the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, you know, angry white boy. I'm already bothered. And then the second time I watched it, I was like, no, it's not just the misplaced rage and the awkward ownership and how he's like, you need to marry me or else you're gonna regret it. It's the sweater. And then the third time I watched it, I was like, you know what? This is what it is. The top of his sweater looks like a toy bottle cap to like one of the ketchup bottles or whatever. And once when I figured that out, I was like, oh, that makes sense. It's too square, it's too rectangle. And that's when I was able to move past, you know, him as a person and the character. As they're arguing, you know, Jessica and him are arguing, and Mario's like, well, you know, back off, sir. Like, watch your tone. Like, you're being kind of, you know, forward here. And he calls him a crouton. And when I said my boy Mario was like, don't call me a crouton, that was a major offense right there. I'm not sure why it was so offensive, But man, if he had white gloves, he was taking them off. Like, he was ready to go fisticuffs on him. Mom is kind of realizing that her daughter's falling for the chef, and I'm just like, listen, okay, listen. I used to work in a restaurant, and if your man don't feed you right, the cooks will, okay? Like, I'm just like, y'all know how the rules are, okay? The moment a man can feed you and the food tastes good, listen, panties don't know what they are. She realizes what's going on, and she's on the phone with her gay best friend, because of course she has to have a gay best friend, and he's a black gay best friend, so you know they got two categories in one. I see what you're doing there, Lifetime. Y'all got those check marks, you know, on there. But she basically talking to him, and she's just like, oh my god, you know, the chef, I think he's the one. You know, he got that chicken recipe, he got a dream, he got focus, you know, everything. I think I'm gonna try to hit it. Now, mind you, she hasn't like actually broken up with her current boyfriend, fiance, not to be, but she is actively pursuing Mario, aka the Colonel. To which I'm just kind of like, where is the seduction? Like, is she seducing him? Is he seducing her? Is he just supposed to naturally be seductive? Because baby, with that hair, I need you to take a shower. I need you to get some, I don't know, Head and Shoulders, wash out your hair, and get all that gray gunk out first before we start doing any kind of seducing. So, you know, she's talking to him, and she's like very loudly, I'm gonna go take a shower. And her mom comes in and sees her phone and takes it and basically calls up her fiance not to be. I don't remember his name. That's much I don't care about him. He don't deserve a name. But basically she calls me. She's like, yo, we got a problem. She falling for the chef. And I'm just like, okay, so you're trying to secure your business deal. It's going sideways. Whatever. So they meet up at this like country club. And I know that before when she was talking, when Jessica was talking to her gay best friend, he was like, hey, I'm gonna go to this country club with this like, you know, other gay guy, and he's gonna be Asian, because Lifetime is like, listen, we need as much diversity as possible we could fit into a 16-minute movie, so here we go. And they meet up at the country club as well. So basically the gay best friend sees the mom and her ex-boyfriend, I didn't know what to call him, fiance not to be, at the country club together. So the mom and the fiance not to be, fiance not FNTB, yeah, so the FNB, that's what we're gonna call him, the FNB, fiance not be. But okay, so mom and FNB are sitting at the bar. He's hitting back like liquor like he knows her personally. So I'm just like, okay, alcoholism, we got that going for us. But she talks to him, and it gets so unnecessarily creepy so fast. Like, she's like, listen, I need you to secure my daughter, okay? And he's like, listen, I'm trying, but she don't want it. And I'm just like, listen, if she don't want it, then let her not have it. And the mom, for some reason, is just like, hey, remember that one time we spent a really long weekend at the vineyard? And I'm just like, don't do this. Don't do this. And he's just like, yeah, I remember. And I'm like, what? Keep it together. It's only 16 minutes long. She's just like, listen, if you secure this bag with my daughter, I guarantee you could have free range of my vineyard. And I'm just like, oh god, no. And like, it's not even about like an age difference thing. We're not going to cover that. But the idea of someone's mom just with her boy, and he's trying to this is that unseasoned chicken. He has found, I don't know, new enthusiasm to get rid of the Colonel and make sure that he marries her daughter so he could, I don't know, hit it with her mom. This important thing to remember is that the gay best friend overhears all of this, regardless of the fact that he's like in a busy like country club, it's noisy, he's on the date, he's clearly not interested in his date because he did not pay attention at all. So basically the gay best friend meets up with the mom, and he's like, hey, I saw you at the country club, I saw you being all buddy with, you know, my friend's boo, ex-boo, or whatever the relationship is now, and I need you to like actually come up front and like be honest about what's going on, because this is some shady shit and I'm not okay with it. And basically, once we tells her that, the mom is just like, listen, you know, I have no idea what you're talking about. The mom is like, you know what? I'm gonna just bash you over the head. And I'm just like, that escalated so fast. She went from I don't know, she has so many roles in this. Like, she went from pimping out her daughter to tossing up her own pussy to just violence. Like, this is only a 16-minute movie and she's done all these different things. And I'm just like, that escalated so fast. And also what kind of kills me about this is that, like, she knocks him out and he is fairly bigger than her. And also in general, when a human body is not awake, it is significantly heavier than what it would have been when it was awake. So I understand how she was able to drag him away. There's no blood on the floor or anything. Like, he fell on a set of stairs. I'm assuming they're marble because they got money. But yeah, there's no blood or anything, and she manages to pull him away and like lock him up and hide him. And I'm just kind of like, bro, you lived? FNB meets up with the mom. He goes to confront the colonel, and he basically is trying to buy him off. He's like, hey, here's all this money, I need you to go, and as long as you forget about Jessica and all that stuff, you can have this money. And the colonel's like, I don't even care about the money. Like, I have a dream. I want to make chicken and have a fast food chain. He didn't say those words exactly, but it's the colonel, so we know what he meant. And he basically is kind of like, this is odd. The colonel's like, why are you trying to give me money to like have me go away from Jessica? Like, I don't even, like, I'm kind of here and everything. I'm just trying to make food. I don't know why I'm trying to get involved in all this dramaticness. But, you know, he confronts Jessica about it later. And she's calling her gay best friend because she's like, I haven't heard from you in a while, what's happening? And she's just, you know, in the dark. So he confronts her and he's just like, why is your fiance trying to give me, you know, money to leave? And she's like, my fiance. Mind you, FNB also said that they were engaged and that Jessica didn't tell him. And I'm just like, my dude, she literally hasn't talked to you or tried to engage in you in like the last 48 hours. How can you just say, men just be the audacity. Basically, it's like, hey, you know, we never got engaged. I never accepted the proposal. I want you. And they kiss and embrace. And the mom, coming out in a very Mother Gothel kind of way, is like, oh shit, we gotta pop him. We gotta kill him. And I'm just like, you really just woke up and chose violence today. Like, you went from just pimping to violence so fast. It's, I don't know, growth. I'm not really sure. Another day passes. This movie does a pretty good job about like making sure like you have like day 1, day 2, day 3. I'm assuming this is like over the course of a weekend. But day 3 pops up and she basically is like, Mom, listen, I found the one. It's the chef. It's the colonel. Yes, yes. Does he have any money? No. Will he save our house? Absolutely not. Will he make me happy and feed me? You best fucking believe. And that's all that matters in this world. Her mom's like, what? The colonel? What do you mean the colonel? He left. Dun dun. He's just confused and baffled. She's like, what do you mean he left? And he's like, and she's like, yeah. And everything. He packed up his bag and he left last night. And now your only option is the one guy who I'm also banging. I mean, the one guy that will save our family and this home. So she just starts wandering around the house basically, and she's like, oh my god, you know, I can't believe he left me. What happened? Where did I go wrong? And everything. Did he leave the recipe anywhere? Like, she's just going through it mentally. And she hears this muffled yelling. And I'm just like, did they hide him in the broom closet? I swear to God, this house ain't big enough for y'all to be doing these schemes like this. So she finds him. He's taped up in, I'm assuming, the shed or something. And she's like, oh my god, what happened? And boom, boom, again, her FNB comes through and he's like, oh my god, how dare you find him on the premises of your own home? Now he has to kill him. And he's just like yelling something about how if only she said yes, she wouldn't be here. Again, like, you know, dude, maybe if you respected her space and like understood that she didn't want your dusty ass, you wouldn't be here. But whatever, gaslight her. So Mom comes in and she's like, Mom, oh my god, my FNB has caught my new lover and everything. And the mom is like, wow, so you didn't kill him like I instructed? I don't know if she ever finds out that like they're banging. I just think that she knows that they both don't want her with the colonel, and that was enough for her. So she's like, you know, hey, we gotta get rid of the colonel. Also, the gay best friend, he's loose. He's not loose, he's behind her in the shadows. It's like, he comes out and he's like, the FNB is like angry now and he has a knife and he's just like, I'ma kill him, I'ma kill the colonel, this is it. And the gay best friend comes in, knocks his ass out. And I know I shouldn't laugh. Like, the way she just it's just the contrast in the way they fall. FMB falls down gracefully. Mom got pushed down a flight of stairs. Like, it's so bad. And I shouldn't laugh. I'm sorry for laughing. But it's just like, she really flung herself. Like, I don't think she even pushed her that hard. I watched it 4 times now. And every time I watch it, I giggle a little bit. I know, I'm going to hell. It's fine. I got a school bus. Y'all want to ride down with me? You know, gay best friend is fine. Her and the Colonel are together. A year later, they get married. And these writers have the audacity, the utmost audacity, to end the movie with the FMB meeting up with the mom at like a nursing home, and him basically going, I found them, eating a piece of a presumed KFC chicken. For all I know, it could have been Publix. I didn't see like any kind of branding on there. I don't know, it looked kind of funny to me. It looked a little bit like Publix, okay? I'm not saying I know my chicken that well, but I also know that this movie's on the budget. I found them, what do we do next? And I'm just like, I know y'all not setting up for a sequel. I don't want it, but I will watch it. And I hate it so much. I hate this movie so much. It's become this really weird like comfort movie for me. Like, if I'm working on a project and I don't want to invest in an entire movie, but I also don't want to like watch a TV show, I'll just throw this on because it's so easy to follow and it's so just dumb and somehow also entertaining that I can rewatch it. And honestly, if people like me are the reason why they get a second movie, I'll be upset, but also I will understand. Okay, I gave you your ad revenue. I'm a little bit sorry, but like, I don't know, credit me or something. Be like, yes, Yarn got his cosplay, watch this movie 1,500 times over the course of 2 months. But basically the whole takeaway from all this is Mario Lopez actually makes a pretty good Colonel. I just really hate his hair. I don't know, don't fall in love with or feed your girl and she'll be less inclined to fall in love with the chef. You know, you can't follow for someone else if your tummy's full. If your boyfriend is hitting it with your mom, maybe, I don't know, ask him to not. Like, I feel like there were some boundaries that were crossed that should never have been crossed in the first place. But here we are, Lifetime. The biggest thing is I don't want Lifetime to ever write another hour-and-a-half long movie. If you can't give me the quality that this KFC Recipe for Seduction was in 16 minutes, I don't want it. We got stitches. We doing better about this. We doing so much better about this. Also, this yarn is like really soft and comforting, and it's warm, and it's very cold in my apartment right now, so this is perfect. If you guys like this video, be sure to like this video. If you guys like, I don't know, me reviewing bad movies, leave a suggestion in the comments below. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Patreon, all the things. Patreon's where I make money, so like go get on that. I like to eat the fancy ramen, so like please help me get fancy ramen. I'll catch you guys on the next episode. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas and wonderful holidays, because there's a bunch of holidays in December, not just Christmas. So happy holidays to all of you guys. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate Christmas, and a Happy New Year if I don't catch you guys on Sunday. And I'll see you guys in the next episode later. Bye!